to actually win a world title.
He's very jealous of Sin Cara right now.
Yeah.
So this almost, if they give him the belt, it could be a peace offering by WWE to get him to calm the hell down about the jealousy of Sin Cara.
Yeah.
And I gotta say right now, even though I said Edge is gonna win,
I want a Christian heel turn.
I can, like you just said, Matt, I could very well see Edge losing the belt because of Christian, and obviously that opens up.
And even if Edge wins, you still want to see Christian like raise his hand and give him a kill switch after or something.
The feud between Edge and Christian we always want to see.
I wouldn't even mind a three-way feud, or even though a four-way feud with Brodus Clay.
Well, automatically Edge is gonna have his.
Brad, I hate you for mentioning Brodus Clay in the world title.
Brodus Clay is the King Kong Bundy of 2011.
That's so disturbing. We actually have Brodus Clay in the World Heavyweight Championship.
They did not want Christian in the WrestleMania match, but it almost guarantees that the triple threat at Backlash will be Christian, Edge, and Del Rio.
Extreme Rules. Backlash is no more.
I don't know what kind of match it'll be. What do you guys think that they'll have at Backlash?
Extreme Rules.
Are we missing anything that's in the lower card so far?
Do
we get pretty much everything? Yeah, we pretty much got everything.
Daniel Bryan.
You move on to Taker, Triple H now.
All right, so yeah.
Do we really have to talk about this match?
Taker and Triple H.
Okay,
I'm just gonna say here, Taker's winning. I've really been disappointed in the build-up for this.
Except for the last
the
last week on Raw was really
Raw
good.
To dial it up really hard. They dialed up really hard, but I don't think it was to the level that it should have been. I did like the promo, and Shawn Michaels had a really good dynamic with it. Is Shawn gonna screw Taker? Is Shawn gonna come out and try to screw Taker and cost Triple H the match? So I mean, it could go different ways. I mean, who knows? We might even see a Shawn and Triple H match down the road. I wouldn't bet on it, but there's a possibility with that. Should be a pretty good match. Should be a pretty good match. I think Taker's going to work his ass off, and then after he'll be gone for 6 months again. But I mean, Taker turns up for WrestleMania. He hides his weaknesses. It'll be a classic, and
it should be a fun match.
Yeah,
I guarantee.
Triple H is debuting new music by Metallica, which I'm thinking is going to be "Whom the Bell Tolls" by Metallica. So it should be interesting what they do.
Do you think he might not just use that music just for that match, though?
Yeah, possibly he would just use it for the match.
I almost guarantee it.
I always like what they do with Triple H and Cena with all the spectacle of entrances they do. They always have a really creative entrance. That's one thing about Level Up Mania. They always have new attires. They have special entrances and all that kind of stuff. So I'm picking Undertaker to go over.
Yeah, I agree. After Brad's long-winded speech, he said pretty much everything you can say about that. It's going to be a fun, hard-hitting match. It's going to be enjoyable. Everybody's going to love it. And Taker for the win. Plain and simple. Nobody's going to beat this streak.
Thanks, guys, for leaving me with nothing. So I'm just pretty much going to say there's no way Taker's streak's going to end, so Undertaker's going to win.
Yeah.
And since there's nothing else to say, I mean, it's not going to be as good as an epic clash between Michaels and Taker, but it will still be somewhat decent because Triple H refuses to have bad matches at Mania 2, with the exception of 25, when he faced Randy Orton.
So let's talk about a possible Divas Championship match. Do you have Eve as the Divas Championship?
Am I actually looking at myself when I do that?
Who would you put against Eve for the title, the Divas Championship? Do you have any idea who would you put?
Sorry about that. My hand was in the way. But to answer your question, who would I put in the Divas Championship match?
See if you can film yourself.
Well, I'd probably say I'd put...
Awesome Kong?
Val, you're talking. Film yourself.
Awesome Kong, maybe?
For myself.
When you talk, you're supposed to film yourself.
All right. So, yeah, I think Awesome Kong is going to come out, squash Eve, become new champion.
Really?
Either then, or it's going to have it on Raw. I think Raw might be a better idea, just because they didn't build it up. And they want something huge for Raw. Either WrestleMania or Raw, I think Awesome Kong is going to come out. Either that, or who knows, Awesome Kong may even do a run in the Malenko match.
Yeah.
And Snooki said she wanted to become a diva, so who knows, she may stick around for a little longer.
Okay.
So I'm going with Awesome Kong and a possible Divas Championship match.
Sounds good.
What about you, Matt?
Matt?
What?
Divas Championship, if possibility, who would you pick?
There is no Divas Championship match.
Well, I'm saying...
Sure, there won't be one. I'm not even going to bother saying anything.
All right. Do you care about the Divas Championship?
Well, if
Michael Cole.
if I had to pick, I'd probably have to say we'll probably have Eve versus
Michael
Natalia with Divas Lumberjack, I guess, and a surprise by maybe Awesome Kong, possibly at the end after whoever wins. I'd probably say Eve would probably take the belt. So, anyways,
All right, so we have one last match. This is the main event. Yeah, The Rock is hosting. The Rock said in an interview that he's not gonna. All right, so.
okay, sorry, Brad, to cut you off. I didn't mean to.
All right, The Rock is hosting. The Rock said in an interview that he's not going to touch too many things with it, like Divas chat or the Divas, or he's going to touch with CM Punk and Origin. He's going to focus on sticking his boot up Cena's ass. So he is going to fuck him up, basically, he said.
Yeah.
So, should be.
He basically said that exact thing.
Should be interesting what he does. I mean, he could hug it up with Cena, and then at the end give a rock bottom. He could screw Cena and be aligned with the Miz.
He's not going to align with Miz.
Like who knows? I mean, the Miz could pay him off for something like that.
I thought
Miz is in the A-list team too, so there's a possibility of that. There's a possibility of The Rock just of staying clean to Rock. But I think Rock wants to stick around for one more match. So I think Rock's gonna the end of Mania is gonna be the tease about what will Rock do next. I mean, there's a possibility they could
There has to be a rock bottom. There has to be.
I mean, there's a possibility that they could do a Rock.
He hasn't done a rock bottom since returning.
They could do Rock Cena Extreme Rules. Because Rock has a movie to do in June, and the only time Rock can do it is Extreme Rules. So there's a possibility there. If Rock can do it in August at SummerSlam, I can see Rock at SummerSlam. I don't see them waiting till WrestleMania next year, just because of the fact that Rock gets commitments all the time. It's too long to wait.
Definitely, I agree.
They won't be able to keep the schedule open that long.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cena and Miz are fighting too. So Cena and Miz, I don't know. It's gonna be a hard match. I mean, Miz has improved quite a lot. Cena still needs a lot of guidance in all his matches. He has the basics, but he can turn it up and he can be over the top, Smash Mouth type deal. But I mean, he's still no Daniel Bryan or David Richards as far as the work rate at all.
You ain't kidding anybody with that. He's far from it. So
I mean, I think the match will have the spectacle of Cena's special entrance. I wouldn't be surprised if Cena gets new gear on Sunday.
it's Kane.
No, Kane is no. Kane
It's just a truck. Don't
Kane
worry.
is nowhere near the big match.
Well, come here.
Whoa.
Anyways,
All right, so Miz Cena.
the red lighting.
Oh.
I'm predicting John Cena will walk away with the belt.
And the Rock will raise his hand and rock bottom him.
And rock bottom him as Cena is clutching the belt. As the Rock holds his arm up and pyro shoots off as the pay-per-view goes off the air.
Very imaginative ending. What do you think, Matt?
I really love what Rock said on that interview when they said, "What are you gonna do with Cena?" He's like, "Well," and he just said, "I'm gonna fuck him up."
Yeah, The Rock says he's not PG anyway. There's nothing PG about The Rock.
Yeah.
True, I agree.
Who did that interview anyway? Because I mean, he just plain out went, "I'm gonna fuck Cena up."
Yeah, this was at WrestleMania Access earlier today. That he did the interview with. So he did it with about 10 different reporters.
Yeah.
Like he had about 10 different microphones in his face when he did it. I mean, I think you can have Rock come out there during some segments, do some backstage promos, and just do some funny vignettes. I can see him doing a vignette with Zack Ryder or something.
It's going to be a glorified guest host like we had on Raw, basically.
But it's Rock.
Yeah, but it's The Rock. It's going to be electrifying.
The Rock basically couldn't guest host any of the Raws, and now he's like, I get to do the bigger thing. It's like, Austin, you got to guest host Raw, but I'm guest hosting WrestleMania.
Plus you have Rock. Rock's been writing the entire script for his segments on Mania. He said it previously on his Twitter and on his Facebook and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, did he?
He wrote some dialogue. So there's going to be some definitely dialogue The Rock is going to say on Mania. So should be interesting what the vignettes end up being. Mania doesn't tend to get a lot of vignettes because they have to get all those matches in. So,
Yummy.
All right, so
Fucking pig.
I already gave my thoughts. Screw off.
Matt, who is winning that match? Cena or Miz?
I want Miz to win because Cena doesn't need it, and even though Miz has been made to look like an absolute joke all the way through, and they're focusing a lot on The Rock and Cena, so I don't think they will give it to Miz, so I gotta go to Cena.
You already said your thoughts? Well,
Hey, your thoughts?
I have to agree with everybody else. John Cena. Just like Brad Ward just said, I almost guarantee you'll see The Rock hold up Cena's hand, pyro, and everybody's happy. All of a sudden, rock bottom. That's fuck you, John Cena. I remember exactly what you did, and that'll be about it. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Whatever happens at WrestleMania, it will be written in the stars.
Very freaking cheesy, but thank you.
Yeah, so when we get out of the theater tomorrow, we'll let you know what we thought of the show.
It's probably going to end up being an audio show next time at the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely. I agree.
Most like we'll do an audio show. I think the audio show will kind of wrap up the weekend.
Yeah.
Tell us what we thought about All Stars overall. How much I still hate Smash Brothers. And just
You'll see a recording of Smash Brothers where Brad's gonna fall off the stage like 10 times in a row because he sucks at the game.
That'll be enjoyable for everybody, so don't worry.
yeah. So that's about it. We will talk to you guys after a while.
Until I see you later. Well, who's going to win, Lawler or Michael Cole? I think, ain't it quite obvious? It's here to King Lawler. How? Probably a stunner from Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's going to throw Lawler on top of him, and maybe a fist drop, if that. That's all I got to say about that. So, thank you. Matt?
Alright, I'm gonna go.
What?
Alright, so I think the Cole Lawler match is very intriguing. Probably the best built program of the entire pay-per-view. I really like the fact that they used old school build up. They copied some of the Kaufman angles.
You didn't even do anything.
Copied up a bunch of
Because you won.
the deals with some old school Lawler Memphis programs.
That was bullshit.
So definitely looking forward to the match. Probably won't see a pile driver as a pile driver's banned. Probably a fist drop. And a few stunners and Steve Weisers to boot.